So I believe that you guys have heard me say in the past that everything will be tokenized, right? And only because it's more practical. And here's a real good way to articulate how practical that is. Now, the idea of going back to a gold standard makes a lot of sense for a lot of people because all of a sudden you can't completely print money without having something to back it, like gold, for example, or silver, or palladium, something to back that currency, like we used to have before 1971 when we came off the gold standard and we went straight to just fiat. If you look at the time between 71 and now, that's when we've had the most devaluation in the US dollar, at least in our lifetimes. So a gold-backed currency makes sense. However, some people like to buy gold and silver and say, well, you know what, I'm going to preserve my purchasing power. I'm going to preserve my wealth with this. And I understand that, I get that, but it's impractical in terms of day-to-day utilization of it. I mean, even if you're going to walk down the street to grab some groceries, you're going to take a little clump of metal and try to exchange it for those groceries. Good luck. That's kind of not how it really works. So what about international shipments, or you're just buying something from another city in your same country? Are you gonna mail out the lump of gold and then wait for them to receive it? They let you know that, hey man, you're just a little short, you're about an ounce short or whatever, right? It doesn't work. It's impractical. It's easy to steal. It's difficult to verify who really owns what. However, if you tokenize those metals, now you have 24/7, 365 utility, the ability to move it around, pay and get paid, to have value in those terms, in those digital terms, in those fractional terms, internationally, and it'll never sleep. That makes more sense. But with a gold back requirement, right? You got to back what you have. Otherwise, you're just like the Federal Reserve is right now, where they print money out of thin air, or the banking system. They do the same thing with fractional reserve lending. So let's take a good look at this here so you can see what I'm talking about. So Smoke took some time to remind us that not to forget that all precious metals will be tokenized, and he gives us two little charts, and that's really what I want to focus on. All right, guys, so I'm going to share this little publication with you, but here's the idea that the financial elites, right, the large financial organizations, governments, they're using this to justify it, and they're making it seem as though they're looking out for you and me, but truthfully, they're looking out for each other. And we know that, but this is the terminology they use, and I want you to read it because it's going to make sense to you in terms of what you and I are going to be able to do also. But don't be fooled by the sound of what is going to be said here, because again, they're just trying to color it in a way that says, oh yeah, they're looking out for the little guy. Nah, they're never looking out for us, but it does help us though. It helps us also. So let's take a quick